Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another weekly check-in. This week we will be checking in for April 19th all the way until the 25th. So this was this past week for me, and then we will have one last weekly check-in for the last 5 days of the month, and that'll also be the monthly closeout, which will be next week. But let's just get right into it. If you're new here, hello, my name is Jordan. I am the owner of The Planning Dancer, so all the stickers you see in my videos are from my Etsy shop, and if you're curious about anything, you can head on over there because I always have the link in my description box, and I also have a coupon code for my subscribers, so be sure to use that if you do purchase anything. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into what I spent last week. So I have my key right over here on the right hand side. So blue, well, pale blue is gas, purple is fun, pale pink is food, and then light gray, or actually it's just gray, yeah, gray is unbudgeted. So I did finally get gas for the first time this month, and I put $30 into my gas tank, and sorry, my watch was like barely turning on for the day, but that was at Speedway. Violet, sorry, Violet is licking her paws, and I don't really want her to be doing that. Alrighty, so I did get gas on Tuesday at Speedway, and then the only other expenses I had out of my cash envelopes were food expenses. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the pink and write those down. So starting off with, oh my gosh, my watch is doing all the things. Starting off on the 22nd, I got Chick-fil-A for breakfast, which I love Chick-fil-A breakfast, and I always miss it because similar to McDonald's, they stopped serving breakfast at 10:30, which I'm like a morning person. I wake up early, but I don't leave my house just to get breakfast. Like, I only get breakfast when, like, if I'm already out, if that makes sense. So like this day I had to go to the post office in the morning, so I went to the post office, and then I realized it was still early, so I went to Chick-fil-A and got Chick-fil-A breakfast, which was $9.36. And then on the 23rd I had two food expenses, which the first one was $14.20 at a place called Top Dog, which is a Korean fried cheese place, which I have been wanting to go for weeks now, and we finally went on Friday, and I spent $14.20. And then also this day we went to Crumble, and I spent $15.35. And I am obsessed with Crumble. I do plan to go every single week, so we love that. But yes, I did go on Friday, and then that was actually it for my expenses from my cash envelope. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down my Paydays, which I had two. I had Etsy on Tuesday, and then YouTube on Wednesday. So that's always fun and exciting. So there's that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put down my no spend days, which I only have 4 stickers as of right now. So I need to print myself a new sheet, but it actually works out perfectly because I had 4 no spend days. So that works out but for next week, I will need to print myself a new sheet. So now we're gonna go ahead and flip to my weekly check-in page and see how we're looking for the month. So here we are. So we finally got gas for $30. So we should have 95 remaining because we had 125. And then we did not spend any fun money, which is really, really good. So we will still have $94.59. And then for food, I gotta add these up. We have $9.36 plus $14.20 plus $15.35. That is $65.55. And yes, we are already over. If you haven't been watching the other weekly check-in, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this to $36.90. So we are over by $102.45, which is fine. I know it's not ideal, but I mean, if you look at my gas and my fun money, it is well over $102. So there's that. Also, I don't do a zero-based budget. I feel like here on YouTube, it's really easy to like just assume everyone does a zero-based budget because it is so popular. But I personally don't, so I always have money in my checking account as a buffer. So that's where that money comes from if you are ever curious, because I know that can be confusing, like how I have this budgeted amount, but then I'm like over. That's what happens. But I'm gonna go through the rest of my pages because I actually did do a lot of spending out of my sinking funds, so that's always exciting. I love sinking funds. When you just have the perfect amount that you need, it's just so satisfying. So since I've seen you last, I think the last thing you've seen was probably this planner expense. So I did spend $21 from Staples, and then that came out of my business sinking fund. Then I spent $16 out of my planner sinking fund, and that was for some envelopes from Amanda and Tara shop. And then I spent $108 at the Dollar Tree for a bubble mailer. Then moving down, Violet's flea meds are on like automatic ship from her vet, and those came, so that was $143 because it was for like 6 months worth, and that's the exact amount she had in her envelope, so that was crazy. And then I spent $16 out of my planner sinking fund for at a shop called Sticky Essentials for some planner like foiled tape. And then next, Violet's Bark Box came out on the 14th. I forgot to mention that. I mean, not mention that, but I forgot to mark that earlier in the month, so I went ahead and wrote it down here, but that was $28 out of Violet's fund. And then I took $9 out of my gifts category because I did buy George some snacks, so I figured that could be a little gift. And then I got new pillows, and I'm so happy with them. I got them from Costco, and it was a 2-pack for $12.99, which I think is amazing. So I took $13 out of the home category. And then last but not least, I did get some new vitamins, so I took $17 out of my medical sinking fund. So those were all the expenses, a lot of them, all very exciting. Then over to Etsy supplies, I spent $69.01 on Amazon. I just bought like sticker paper, more keychains, what else? I don't know, a bunch of just supplies, nothing too interesting. And then again at Staples, I bought more of those wet erase markers. And then we move over to shipping, which I've just bought a ton of labels. $10.74, 55 cents, $17.30, $9.72, $3.49, $24.40, and $23.02. That was all for last week. And then this is my YouTube transaction log. So I did originally, I don't know if you can tell, but there's white out here because I originally wrote the label down there, but I realized it was for a YouTube giveaway, so I moved it over here, as well as the Dollar Tree bubble mailer purchase because it was for the giveaway prize. And then lastly, I did spend $16.98 on Amazon for some new binders, which I show in my videos, so I marked it down under YouTube. And yeah, that is basically it for this past week. I can show you my income here, which again was Etsy and Google AdSense, which is YouTube. So yes, that is going to be it for this weekly check-in. I really hope everything was clear and made a lot of sense and kind of let you guys in on my life and what I did last week. But I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys.